Hi, it's Marci. 2 and 4 can be confusing. Today I will make it easy to understand. Are you ready to learn? Let's get started. First, let's look at the word to. One of the ways that we can use the word to is when we're talking about giving something. Like, I gave the keys to my friend. Or, the man donated money to charity. Next, we can use the word to when we're talking about a destination. I went to the store, or my sister went to Japan. Another way that we can use the word to is when we're talking about the distance between two places. Here's an example. The train ride from London to Paris is about 350 kilometers. Or, my drive from home to work is short. Another way that we use the word to is when we're talking about the reason that we do something. Here's an example. I went home to eat dinner. What's the reason I went home? To eat dinner. And here's another example. I went shopping to buy shoes. What's the reason that I went shopping? To buy shoes. Next, we can use the word to when we are comparing two things. For example, he prefers painting to drawing, or I prefer summer to winter. Our last way of using the word to is with telling time. What time is it? It's 10 to 4. This way of telling time is not very common. It's a little old-fashioned. Most people will say it's 3:50, not it's 10 to 4. But I wanted to teach you this way of using the word to in case you ever hear it. Now that you know about the word to, let's move on to the word for. Our first way of using the word for is when we're talking about receiving something. For example, you could say, who is the present for? It's for Sarah. Or another example could be, what a beautiful cookie. Is it for me? Do you remember that a few minutes ago, we learned that the word to is used when we're talking about giving. And now we know that the word for is used when we're talking about getting or receiving. The two words are connected. For example, you could say, John gave the present to Mary. And you could also say, the present is for Mary. Do you see the difference? The first sentence is talking about giving the present. And the second sentence is talking about Mary receiving the present. Another way of using the word for is when we're talking about the duration of time. You could say, she studied for 3 hours, or the man worked at Microsoft for 12 years. Next, we can use the word for when we're talking about helping actions. Like in this example. Could I open the door for you? Or, could you please carry this box for me? We can also use the word for when we're talking about a scheduled appointment. So I could say, I have a dentist appointment for Thursday at 3 o'clock. Or, I have an appointment with my doctor for Monday. Another way of using the word for is when we're talking about the benefits of something. Like, getting 8 hours of sleep is good for your health. Or, exercise is good for lifting your mood. Next, we can use the word for when we're talking about the function of an object. like scissors are for cutting paper, or a smartphone can be used for many things. Another way of using the word for is to express support and agreement. Like, he is for global peace. That means he supports and wants global peace. Here's another example. Are you for or against higher taxes? That means, do you agree with higher taxes or are you against them? Another way of using the word for is when we're talking about the reason for doing something that involves a noun, like in this sentence. We went to the restaurant for pizza. Or, I opened the window for fresh air. As you can see, to and for are both used to describe a reason or motive. It is important to pay attention if the reason is a noun or a verb, because that will tell you if you should use the word for or to. Look at this example. I went to the store to buy milk. What is the reason for going to the store? To buy milk. Buy is a verb, so we use the word to. Now look at this example. I went to the store for milk. What is the reason for going to the store? Milk. That is a noun, so we use the word for. Both sentences are correct and mean the same thing. Just remember that when it comes to reasons, to is connected to verbs and for is connected to nouns. Now that you understand to and for, want to learn more English grammar with me? Click on the next video to learn. Bye!